Good morning, all of you. So today we'll continue our yesterday's discussion. So in yesterday's discussion, we have seen about the introduction of waiting line models. Then we have discussed about the waiting line systems. Again, the basic terms used in waiting line systems. After that, we have discussed the basic symbols required for our waiting line models. Again, we have seen in brief about the different types of waiting line models or queue models. Now today we will discuss about the first model. Now again we have defined that first model, or any model we can define through this designation. So capital A oblique B oblique S as to D and F. Again same model designation also we can write in terms of this. Capital A is arrival pattern, this capital B is the service pattern, then capital S indicates the number of channels, then small d indicates the capacity of the system, and small f indicates the order systems. Now instead of this capital A we can take the capital M also. So arrival pattern we can also define by capital M, because in general we have yesterday we have defined this capital M, which is the Poisson distribution of arrivals and departure pattern. Then this capital B also we can replace by this capital M. Then this capital S we can replace by the capital C. So S stands for service, that is number of channels. So instead of S we can refer here capital C, which stands for the number of channels, because our system may be single channel or it may have more than one channel, it may be multi-channel. And again this small d that we can define as per the capacity of the system. The capacity may be infinite capacity, or we can accommodate large number of customers or large number of products at a time in our system. And our order of servicing may be first come first service system, so accordingly we define the small f. So considering this basic designation of the models, we will practice some of the models with their examples. So let us proceed for the first model of waiting line theory. Now this is the first model of waiting line theory. So here we have to take into account Poisson arrival, Poisson again servicing, number of channels and infinite capacity, and the order of the system. So here this model is designated by using capital M. So this capital M indicates the arrival pattern. This again second capital M indicates the service pattern. Then here initially we will discuss about the single channel queue models. So that's why here we have one. Then this infinite sign indicates the capacity of the model, capacity of the system. So initially we will take into account, that is we can accommodate infinite customers or infinite products in our system. And the order system is first in and first out. This is our order system for our first model. So this is the basic definition of model 1. And again similar to this model 1, we have change in these variables, and accordingly we define the other models. So this model was in December 2017 and May 2018. So there was some theory question on this model and some numericals were asked. So we will discuss about some theory questions, or we will discuss about the theory part of this model first, and then we will go for numerical. Now whenever we have to solve problems on any model of waiting line theory, first of all we have to list the various variables, and we have to take into account the relation between these variables. So this is the list of variables. Indirectly these are the important equations that are referred in this model 1. So let us discuss about these various variables as well as the equation one by one. So lambda is the arrival pattern. So lambda is our variable for arrival pattern in all the models. Again it indicates the average number of arrivals per unit time. Then mu is the average number of units served per unit time. So again mu is the next arrival pattern, or this is the arrival rate. So lambda is the arrival rate, mu is the service rate. So this lambda and mu is always referred in all the models. So that's why these are the two important variable for us. Again the relation between this lambda and mu, that is defined by traffic intensity or by utility ratio. In previous lecture also we have discussed about this term. So this traffic intensity or utility ratio is denoted by rho, and this rho is equal to lambda by mu. And again always we must satisfy this condition, that is service rate should be greater than the arrival rate, or mu should be always greater than lambda. So these are the three important basic relation or basic variables in any model, and we have to refer all these variables in our next discussion or in the discussion of all the remaining Q models. The next equation is about the probability. So probability that the system is empty, it is denoted by P suffix 0, or again it is taken as 1 minus P, where P is the probability of the system when it is utilized some customers or some product for their requirements. Then probability that there are n number of system in the system, probability that there are n units in the system, that is denoted by P suffix n, and it is written as rho raised to n into P0. Again this rho is the traffic intensity or it is utility ratio. Again this small n is the number of unit in the system, and P0 is the probability that the system is empty. So this is the next important relation in terms of probability. Then average number of units in the system, that is denoted by E, capital E or capital E of n. So it is taken as rho upon rho minus 1. So this is the basic formula. Again when we substitute the value of this rho, that is what, lambda by mu, then accordingly we can modify that expression. So it is lambda upon mu minus lambda. Again the same formula we can rearrange and we can write in terms of the Q length, that is LQ plus lambda upon mu. Then the next important relation is average number of units in the waiting line. So that is denoted by E suffix L, that is capital E suffix L. It is equal to rho square upon rho minus 1. So this is the basic formula. Again we have to replace the value of this rho, that is lambda by mu. So accordingly it is lambda square upon mu minus lambda. Again in the denominator here we have the mu minus lambda square. Then average waiting length, or that is mean time in the system, it is denoted by capital E. It is taken as 1 divided by mu minus lambda. Again we can replace this value in terms of traffic intensity. So it is 1 upon 1 minus rho, or same we can write as EW plus 1 by mu. Then average length of the waiting line with the condition that it is always greater than 0, that is denoted by V of n, it is equal to lambda divided by mu in bracket mu minus lambda. So this whole term is in the denominator. So lambda divided by mu into mu minus lambda. So next term is average time and arrival spent in the system, that is denoted by EV, that is capital E of V. It is equal to 1 divided by mu minus lambda. Then probability, that is W is greater than 0 for this condition, it is when the system is busy, is always equal to rho. That is our consideration. Then idle time we can write as 1 minus rho, where rho is again the traffic intensity or utility ratio. Then probability distribution of waiting line, that is P of W dW, is taken as mu into rho in bracket 1 minus rho e raised to minus mu W in bracket 1 minus rho. So that is the formula for probability distribution of waiting time. Then probability that the consumer has to wait on arrival, that is PW, is always greater than 0 for this condition. It is always equal to rho, that is as per this definition. And again finally the probability that a new arrival stays in the system is P of V dV. Again these are the probability distribution defined in terms of integral term. Again we can write this in terms of our result tables, or in terms of normal distribution tables, or in terms of probability distribution table also. We will refer such table in the further discussion. So that is equal to mu in bracket 1 minus rho e raised to minus mu V in bracket 1 minus rho dV. So that is the probability that a new arrival stays in the system. So these are the basic equations referred in model 1. Now in order to understand all this relation, so we have to practice some numerical. So that's how we will proceed for the numerical. So this is the statement of the numerical, that is, in a departmental store, one cashier is there to serve the customers, and the customers picks up their needs by themselves. The arrival rate is 9 customers for every 5 minutes, and the cashier can serve 10 customers in 5 minutes. Assuming Poisson arrival rate and exponential distribution for service rate, find first average number of customers in the system, then average number of customer in the queue or average queue length, then average time a customer waits in the system, average time a customer waits before being served. So this problem was asked 2 times in previous exam, in December 2017 and May 2018 for 8 marks. So let us proceed for the solution of this numerical. So it is the same statement of the numerical. Now whenever numericals are given on waiting line models or queue models, then first of all we have to define the arrival rate and service rate. So arrival rate we have defined by the variable lambda, and service rate we have to define by the variable mu. So if you know the lambda and mu, then we have to substitute these values in the equations. So just we have seen in various relation for this model 1. So in any model of waiting line theory, always we have the relation in terms of lambda and mu. So if we are able to define this lambda and mu easily, then we have to substitute these values of lambda and mu in the various relation as discussed in previous slide. So accordingly here in this departmental store, so it's a one cashier means it is a single channel system. So we have to define whether we have single channel system or multi channel. So here we have one cashier means it is a single channel system. Again and the customer picks up their needs themselves. So arrival rate is 9 customers for every 5 minutes. So this is what our lambda, and we 9 customers for every 5 minutes. So always we have to take into account this arrival rate per minute or per hour or per day or per week or per month or per year. So that depends on our application. So here let us define this value per minute. So 9 customers for every 5 minutes. Then what is the arrival rate per minute? So that's lambda we can write as 9 by 5. So that is our arrival rate. So 9 by 5 we can calculate this value. So it is around 1.8 customers in a minute. Then the cashier can serve 10 customers in 5 minutes. Means here this is the service rate and it is denoted by mu. Again it is 10 customers in 5 minutes. Again we have to take into account, since we have taken this arrival rate per minute, here also we have to take into account this service rate per minute. So 10 customer in 5 minutes. Then what are the number of customers served in 1 minute? So it is mu is equal to 10 by 5. So 10 by 5 it is 2. So 2 customers are serviced, that is per minute. And again we have to check the condition, that is service rate always should be greater than the arrival rate. So our arrival rate is 1.8 customers per minute, whereas service rate is 2 customers per minute. Means we have satisfied the condition, that is mu should be always greater than lambda. So that is satisfied. Again the Poisson, so assuming Poisson arrival rate and exponential distribution for service rate. So this indicates that so our model is suggested in the statement is model 1, because arrival pattern is Poisson distribution, service pattern is also Poisson distribution, or it is exponential distribution. So when service pattern is either exponential or Poisson distribution, so that indicates that the problem is on model 1, and the number of channel is 1. So that's why we can refer here the model 1. Again we can accommodate infinite customer in the system, and we can use here first come first service pattern for our customers. So accordingly we will proceed for the solution of this numerical. So this is what the definition of the arrival rate, that is lambda. So 9 customers in 5 minutes, so 9 by 5, so accordingly it is 1.8 customer per minute. Then service rate, it is mu, again 10 customers in 5 minutes, so 10 by 5, that is 2 customers per unit. So we have, first of all we have to define this lambda and mu per unit time always. So the time may be in minutes, that may be in hours, or that may be in days, and so on. It depends on application. So here we have taken the time per minute. So here lambda is 1.8 customers per minute and mu is 2 customers per minute. Again this mu should be always greater than lambda, so that is satisfied. So 2 is greater than 1.8, so that condition is satisfied. Then from this lambda and mu, always we have to find the traffic intensity or utility ratio, that is rho. So rho is what? Lambda by mu. So that value we will find first. So accordingly the traffic intensity or utility ratio, that is rho, is equal to lambda by mu. Substitute value of lambda, it is 1.8. Substitute value of mu, it is 2. So 1.8 divided by 2, it is 0.9. So intensity ratio is 0.9 or utility ratio is 0.9. So once we calculate this lambda, mu and rho, then in any model just we have to substitute these values, because our relations are in terms of this lambda, mu and rho always. So let us use the relation for finding the average number of customer in the system, average number of customer in the queue or average queue length, then average time a customer spends in the system, average time a customer waits before being served. So all this relation we have discussed in previous slides. All that equations just we have discussed. So that appropriate equation we have to refer in order to find this all the variables or all the data of the statement. So first let us find the average number of customer in the system. So that is defined by E, capital E of n. So this relation we have seen in previous slide. So directly that is given in terms of rho upon 1 minus rho. Since we have estimated the value of this rho, it is 0.9. Substitute the value of rho in this numerator as well as in the denominator. So rho is 0.9. Again here we have to substitute 0.9. So 0.9 divided by 1 minus 0.9. So 1 minus 0.9 is 0.1. So 0.9 divided by 0.1. So it is 9 customers. So that is average number of customers in the system is 9 customers. So we have to serve these 9 customers that is coming to the system. Then next is average time a customer spend in the system, that is denoted by E of E. Again this relation we have discussed in previous slides. So it is 1 upon mu 1 minus rho. Again the same relation we can write in terms of 1 upon mu minus lambda. So substitute the value of mu. So this mu is 2 customers per minute and this lambda is 1.8 customers per minute. So substitute the value of mu and lambda. So it is 2 minus 1.8. So when we calculate this value, so accordingly we get here 5 minutes. So 5 minutes is the average time a customer spends in the system. So we have to serve the 9 customers, and for one customer the time required is 5 minutes. Then next parameter that we have to find is average number of customers in the queue. That is we can find the formula E of L. So it is rho square upon 1 minus rho, or again when we replace this rho and rho in terms of lambda and mu, so accordingly the relation becomes lambda square upon mu in bracket mu minus lambda. Again we can modify this relation taking mu common here, and we can write in terms of rho. So accordingly this expression becomes rho into lambda upon mu minus lambda. So accordingly here we can write the values of this rho. It is 0.9, value of this lambda 1.8, value of the mu it is 2. So accordingly this is 0.9 into 1.8 in bracket 2 minus 1.8. So after calculation we will get here 8.1 customers. So average number of customers in the queue is 8.1 customers. Then the last parameter that we have to estimate, it is average time a customer spends in the queue. So it is given as rho upon mu in bracket 1 minus rho. This is the relation. Again we can write in terms of lambda and mu. So when we replace this rho in terms of lambda and mu, so accordingly the expression becomes lambda upon mu in bracket mu minus lambda. Again substitute the value of lambda, it is 1.8. Substitute the value of mu, it is 2. So accordingly when we substitute, so here directly I have referred this expression, that is rho upon mu in bracket 1 minus rho. You may substitute in terms of lambda, but here I have substituted the value in terms of rho and mu. So rho is 0.9, mu is 2, and here value of rho is 0.9. So when we calculate this value, so accordingly we get the 4.5 minutes. That is the average time a customer spends in the queue. So in this way we have obtained all the parameters that was asked in the statement of the numericals. Now these are the practice of numericals on the queuing models or waiting line models. So in the next lecture we will practice similar numericals. So you will find here, if you know the appropriate equation for particular data of the numerical, then we can easily solve that numerical. So that's why the topic is scoring topic. Just we have to remember the various relations for various queuing models. Again all the relations are in terms of lambda, mu and rho. So if you able to define this lambda, mu and rho, then we have to substitute these values in appropriate equations. So such practice will continue in the next lecture. So today we'll stop here. Thank you.